Welcome back, everybody, to Bloomfield, Canada. So, as you can see, I am now in the next month of April, and I am picked up a baling contract here to get some silage bales. So, just to explain that real quick, my thinking here was to use the extra silage bales I get from the contract for the cows, mix them with some of the hay that I'm getting from my field currently, and get them some good TMR, so they start producing milk a little bit better. Kind of like a secondary bonus to this is I'm actually going to use the tractor when I'm done to kind of help out on the field, on our field that we're cutting the grass on. So I'll show that real quick. Yeah, I currently have a worker working on cutting this, and then I did have a worker. You can see my fertilizer over here. I had a worker working on this, finishing up some excuse me, some contracts. And I actually took a few more fertilizing contracts as well. But I did not realize that I did. So field 2 is where I borrowed the equipment and I didn't turn it in. So the typical thing happened where it just disappeared. I'm not going to worry about it too much since it's really just, field 2 that I miss out on. But I am going to need to get a tractor over there at some point to finish those off. So I'll probably use this one that I'm borrowing once I'm done with this field for that, and then kind of help out with the grass field. But so yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, we're sitting a little bit above 100,000, so we still have quite a bit before we have enough for the sugarcane harvester. But yeah, we'll see what the months give us. My priority right now was just to get the nice thing about silage here, rather than silage from our own field, is we don't have to wait for it to be silage with the contract. It just automatically turns into it. So that's why I was thinking about using this rather than part of the field for silage this time. And then probably the next cut I do on our field are due for silage, since we'll have plenty of hay at that point. Eventually, I think it would make more sense to get rid of this baler and just use like a forage harvester. Almost blanking on the name. Not forage harvester. What am I trying to think of? Forage wagon. Yeah. So we can just kind of pick it up loose and then drop it in that big bulk hole, since we have the TMR mixer that doesn't need things dropped into it from the top. It can kind of suck it up itself. So that'll probably be a purchase at some point. I'm sure I could probably find a forage harvester that costs voice is cracking that costs the amount. Went over a little bit. I could sell this and use whatever I sold this for to buy a forage harvester for that price. I'm sure I could probably do that. I think for now I'm just going to see how this goes with baling. Baling is a little bit easier because you can kind of just roll through the field. I mean, then of course you have to go pick them all up, but I still think it's a little bit easier. Plus you can kind of, when you're like selling silage, a load of silage bales is a lot more liters than most forage harvesters, so you can kind of get it sold a little bit faster. And I know I'm not doing the best job of picking all this up, but you can see the way I cut it was a little... Actually, that wasn't even the way I cut it. That was more just the wind rowing. It's a little circular. But it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not too worried about it. Obviously, since this is a contract, we're going to get a little bit of cash as well. I think it's around 8 grand if I remember right. Definitely helps out. Hopefully the video's going okay now. I've tried to record this a few times while I was starting this bailing, and I kept getting some decent lag, so hopefully it looks okay. I don't want to have to re-record this again, but yeah, for me it's looking okay right now. Hopefully it looks okay for you guys. Still feel like I'm new to the whole I wouldn't say I'm like I know what's going on the computer, but I'm not like a, you know, super you know, I don't know everything, so I'm trying to kind of learn as I go. So if you guys notice something about the quality of my videos that's obvious to you, it might not be so obvious to me, so if you could let me know. I do want to try to put out, you know, I want the videos to look good, and I want you guys to think so as well. So let me know if there's something easy I can do to fix that. Alright, so I'm going to pick up some of these bigger areas. Probably not going to get another bale out of it, but if I get above, I think it's above 50%, I might get a silage bale when I pick up the hay. I'm not sure how much it takes to get, because at some point when you're picking, you know, if you're picking up grass after you picked up hay, it'll switch over to grass at some point, but doesn't necessarily do it right away. Alright, I think that's good. Let's fold that up. Ooh, it's struggling now. Why is it struggling? I think it's because I didn't lift the pickup, and you couldn't lift the pickup once you had already folded it. That's where I dropped the mower. Alright, so that's working okay now. I'm gonna go get the... Oh, I forgot to count. I'm gonna go get the bale picker-upper, whatever you want to call it, bale trailer. Bale picker-upper. That sounds scientific. Oh, I forget to look at this. Oh, that would be nice. Don't have that money. Everything shows up when I don't have the money to buy it. Kind of went on a whim and started the sugar cane a lot earlier than I had expected to, just because of the planter. I'm not sure if it's going to work out. We'll see, but worst comes to worst, we just lose a little bit of cash when we planted, because it'll wilt if I leave it over the summer. So I'd have to probably replow it and then plant it again if I don't end up getting enough for the harvester. I think we can do it though. Let me check again how much we're going for. 350. 350. So we're a little bit off. We're almost half there. Alright, so we're gonna use this baler for that. So I'll just leave this over here. Where's my trailer? It's in here. Yep. A little hill there. And I forget, I think these might be going to the BGA. I'll have to check once I get on a straightaway. Of course, it's over there by the animal dealer, so it'd be too easy if it was going there. It's fine though. Okay. Yeah, there were some other bailings too, but I'm not going to go crazy with that. I think I just need the one. Yep, going to BGA. Hopefully there were no more than just one load. I think what I'll do is, however many there are, I'm just going to bring half of them to the BGA and see if that's enough to finish the contract. It might end up causing me to have to, pick up like one or two more to go sell. But I'm trying to get the most bales to keep afterwards. The most that I can. So while we're driving, I'll just kind of remind everyone, I've mentioned this in the previous video, but I have two different series going on now. One here on Farming Simulator, and I recently started one on Medieval Dynasty. Just kind of getting back into playing that game after not playing it for a few months, and yeah, decided to make some videos on it and see how that goes. So if you're here for the farming sim, that's perfectly fine. I'm still going to be making these. Still going to be working on some other series here on this game. That's not going away. But spinning out a little bit. But yeah, I'm still wanting to kind of branch out a little bit and try some other games. So yeah, I'm hoping I can stay to this schedule, but I'm thinking like 2 videos of each a week, so 4 total. So 2 farm sims and 2 medieval dynasties. And I'll put those out towards the end of the week, so Thursday through the weekend, so through Sunday. Again, hopefully I can keep that schedule. The medieval dynasties, I'm recording a little bit longer. I wanted to do around an hour. They've actually kind of been a little over that. I'm going to try to hold back and keep it to just about an hour. Just because I feel like that game's a little more, if you do 30-minute episodes, it seems a bit quick for me. So an hour feels a little more right for that game. I think I'm going to keep these at a half hour though, but let me know if you think otherwise. If you'd rather have hour videos, I can definitely do hour videos. It just seems with Farm Sim there's usually a lot of skipping as I finish fields, so it just seems more appropriate to make a half hour. Since, honestly, I end up recording about, or not recording, but like playing about an hour to get a lot of the videos anyways. Since I also do a lot of stuff in between, so. Alright, is this the last one? We get 17. Just double check. Oh, there's a little bit of lag there. Okay. Come on, I'm letting that car go first. Alright, so 17. I think I'll bring over one more than 50%. So I'll bring 9 over. That'll leave us with hopefully 8 that we can use for silage. Or for TMR. The good thing about the TMR is I think you could do, I forget what the ratio is. It's better with straw, because straw is kind of like in there as a filler. But I'm pretty sure if you do like 2 hay, 1 silage, 1 straw, that usually works out pretty good for TMR. You could definitely like do 2 to 1 silage to hay, but it just doesn't make as much sense because silage is more expensive than hay. So I think kind of preserving the silage as much as possible makes the most sense. Especially since in the short term we're going to have a lot more hay than anything else. So I'm just going to drop these off right in front of our house, and then I'll just go through again and pick up 9 of them to bring over to the BGA. It'd be really nice if I could get this cleared. I know I keep saying that. It's just so far away. We don't have the money to spend on forestry equipment right now. Alright, let's drop this off. And drop off. Okay. Went back around, pick some back up. I think at some point, so I don't have to do things like this, I might get an auto loader. Of course, now that I think about it, if I end up not doing bales, there's really no reason for an auto loader. I haven't decided if I want to do that for when I get, pallets of things to sell. Or if I want to do it kind of like the old-fashioned way, where I use a forklift or a front loader or something. Put everything on trailer that way. Done that before. It just gets, it gets a little tedious. Alright, I was thinking about cutting through, but maybe I won't. I can't see. I'm getting a little more lag now, so I apologize if there's a little bit of lag. Try to work on that. Oop, actually. Yeah. Extra 1,000. And maybe we'll get lucky with those at some point, and I see one that kind of finishes a set. I think you get like 100,000 if you finish a set. 100,000 would be really great right now. I know I said I'm not like actively searching for those, but if I end up seeing them and I end up picking them up and get the full set, at this point I don't think I will be too upset about that. So I mean, the way I look at it is it's in the game, so it's not like it's cheating. I mean, you could say it's kind of cheating because it's just extra money for no reason, but oh, and speaking of, there's another one over here. A harvester. Yeah, see, I got 5 more harvesters, so I don't, we might not end up getting a set, but who knows? Let's see if this finishes it. Hopefully. Still some silage in there from when I sold before. Oh yeah. An extra 1,300. Perfect. So I'm not going to finish it because I want to use this tractor. But I have to make sure I don't log off before I do that, so I don't have the same thing happen where it's disappearing. Alright, so let's get this back. There's nothing on this field, right? Got this field. Look at the map. Looks like my other worker's done. Actually. Nope. He's just stuck. I want to drive over my seeds. It's okay. Get him fixed. Okay. So I'm gonna actually get the silage bales dropped off closer to where we're going to use them. Will this fit through there? Hopefully. Yes. Yeah, get the silage bales dropped off closer to the, closer to the cows where they're being stored. And then I want to get this tractor, actually we'll get this tractor finishing up, excuse me, finishing up the fertilizing contracts. Just to get those out of the way. And then by then, our tractor will probably be tedding. So we can use this tractor to start the windrowing. And then hopefully by that time we can use our tractor to start picking up bales or start baling. So at that point we can probably get rid of this tractor because we won't need 2 at that point afterwards. Because I could just go through and bale them all and then go through and pick them all up afterwards. The workers can't really do either of those 2 tasks. So alright, let me put these, actually I'm going to put them in the right side. But not too far back because I won't be able to fit it with the thing out like that. Just put them right here. And there comes the rain. Wow, that started like real fast. Yeah, it's a little unrealistic. It'd be cool if they changed this at some point, but the rain doesn't really change anything about tedding. It would make sense if it did, but yeah, you can ted and it'll stay fine even if it's raining. It also doesn't change the yield on grass cutting since it's not necessarily harvesting, it's just kind of cutting. So you can kind of get around that as well. Alright, where's it? Oh, yeah, it's over there. think I'm gonna have to go and get some more fertilizer as well. I don't think this has enough for all the rest of the fields. Finish this row up, and then I think we're going over to 53. Yeah, I'm tempted to just let, you know, you can set the fertilizer to buy when they're going. I'm tempted to just do that once it runs out and then go pick up some more. I realize it's less cost effective, but I don't know. Being lazy, I don't feel like driving all the way to the store and then all the way back to here. Because the other contract we have accepted, pull up the map, is that 48, which is right next to the store. Oh, and I also got 35. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna let him buy after he runs out. Person on that. So I want to get some food going. So let me pull this out. And let's grab some silage. Let's grab 2. Hopefully that's not too much. We'll do 2 silage and 3 hay, I guess. There we go. Too far. I guess we'll just grab 1 for now. Can't grab all 3. Is it gonna turn? Yep. Cool. Oh wow. Okay, so not sure if I can add the other 2 or not. Let's start with 1 and see where we get to. I can always add a touch more silage if I need to. I just don't know how much more this can hold in terms of total volume. So we're about 50-50 now. Okay. Getting here real quick. Yeah, so we're 96% full. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go drop some of this off for the cows, but not all of it. And then I think they can only hold, yeah, they can't hold too much more. And then I'll just put the other hay bale in there and it'll kind of even out the levels a little bit. Let's just put that much in. Go grab the other bale of hay. So that was what, 2 silage to 2 hay. Did I do 2 hay or 3 hay? Oops. Go. Is that gonna work? Yep, worked perfectly. Alright, I'm gonna drop what I can for the cows. Just fill up there. There we go. I'm sure I'm going to need this feed here pretty soon at some point. If I could drive. So just leave this here. Let's pull this in. Eventually I won't be able to store these in here because I'm going to have too much silage sitting around, but for now that works. Okay. Hey, you are finishing. You are out. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do this just for now, just for this one contract. Shouldn't be. Yeah, you can see the money goes down pretty quick, but it'll be fine. Alright, so, okay, it looks like we're about at time, so I'm going to get a worker started here on the tedding of this. Probably finish off those fertilizing contracts, and yeah, we'll bring you back probably in the middle of some of that work. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Have a good one.